Welcome back to the Enduring Long COVID podcast. I'm Sherry, and today I want to talk about something that I think is one of the hardest things to learn when you're living with long COVID and ME/CFS. Pacing. I've talked about pacing before, but the longer I live with this illness, the more I realize that pacing isn't simply about resting. And it isn't just about doing less. Pacing is learning how to live differently. Before long COVID, I didn't have to calculate the energy cost of ordinary things. I could get up, take a shower, get dressed, work all day, talk on the phone, run errands, clean the house, cook dinner, and keep moving. I might have been tired afterward, but tired was tired. I could rest and recover. Long COVID changed that. Now almost everything I do has a cost. And sometimes I don't pay that cost immediately. Sometimes the bill comes later. That's one of the things that makes post-exertional malaise so difficult to understand. You can do something today and think you got away with it. Then hours later, or even the next day, your body tells you that you didn't. The CDC describes post-exertional malaise, or PEM, as a worsening of symptoms after even minor physical or mental exertion. And for many people, those symptoms don't worsen until 12 to 48 hours later. That delayed response is one reason it can take so long to understand what is happening to us. You don't always connect the crash you're experiencing today with what you did yesterday. I had to learn that connection. And then I had to learn something even harder. I had to stop living according to what I could do in the moment. Just because I can do something doesn't necessarily mean I can afford to do it. That's pacing. And lately, I've been thinking about it almost like living during the Great Depression. When resources are scarce, you don't spend everything simply because you have something available. You ration it. You look at what you have and you ask, what absolutely needs to be done? What can wait? What can I break into smaller pieces? And how much do I need to save for later? That's exactly how I have to think about my energy now. Energy has become a form of currency. Every activity is a spending decision. Taking a shower costs something. Doing my hair costs something. Working costs something. Cleaning costs something. Driving costs something. Talking on the phone costs something. And something I didn't understand in the beginning is that thinking costs something too. Cognitive energy is still energy. Sometimes cognitive activity affects me even more than physical activity. A long conversation can exhaust me. Trying to process too much information too quickly can exhaust me. Working intensely without taking a break can exhaust me. Even something enjoyable can cost me. Your body doesn't necessarily say, oh, she's having fun. This energy doesn't count. It counts. And I'm being reminded of all of this while preparing for this vacation. Before long COVID, getting ready for vacation meant making a list and getting everything done. Now I have to prepare differently. I can't necessarily wash my hair, style it, clean my room, clean my bathroom, pack my suitcase, run errands, and get everything ready in one day just because I'm excited about going somewhere. So I wash my hair one day Then I plan to style it another day. I've already done some packing. My room is mostly clean, so instead of turning that into some huge cleaning project, I can tidy what's left. I'm learning to spread things out because getting something done isn't helpful if I use all of my energy getting ready for the vacation and arrive already exhausted. And I've done that before. There have been vacations since becoming sick where I spend so much of my vacation recovering. There have been times when being off work didn't mean I was enjoying my time off. It meant sleeping, recovering, trying to get my body back to baseline. I've even needed additional time off because I still hadn't recovered. So this time I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to arrive with something left. And that is really what pacing is teaching me. Leave something left. I don't need to spend every ounce of energy I have today. I need something for tomorrow. That means I may need to rest before a shower instead of waiting until the shower exhausts me. If I'm going to have a long conversation, I may need to rest before it, limit how long I talk, and rest afterward. While I'm working, I shouldn't necessarily wait until my brain is completely exhausted before taking a break. The goal is to stop before my body forces me to stop. And that has been one of the hardest lessons for me. Because when you have spent your whole life pushing through things, stopping while you still feel capable feels wrong. You think, I can keep going. I feel okay. I'm almost finished. Let me do just one other thing. And sometimes that one other thing is where you cross the line. Pacing requires me to respect a boundary that I can't always see. It requires me to listen for whispers before my body has to scream. And my body does whisper. I've learned some of my warning signs. Sometimes I start getting buzzing or electrical sensations in my feet and legs. Sometimes my cognition begins slowing down. Sometimes I notice that I'm struggling to process things. And sometimes I start feeling physically unwell. Those symptoms are information. I used to think the goal was to push past them. Now I'm learning that the goal is to listen to them. Because pacing isn't weakness, and rest isn't failure. For someone living with an illness that includes post-exertional malaise, activity management can be part of managing the illness. The CDC actually describes pacing as finding your individual limits for mental and physical activity and planning activity and rest so that you can stay within those limits. They call this staying within your energy envelope. I love that description because everybody's energy envelope is different. And your energy envelope may even be different from one day to the next. So I can't build my life around somebody else's energy capacity. And I can't build it around my pre-COVID capacity either. I have to work with the body I have today. That has required a lot of grieving. But it has also taught me something important. Pacing isn't about doing less with my life. It's about protecting enough of myself that I can have a life tomorrow. That's the part I want people with long COVID and ME/CFS to understand. The goal isn't to become afraid of everything. The goal is to understand what things cost you. Learn your body's warning signs. Learn which activities are expensive Learn which activities can be broken into pieces. Learn when you need to rest before something instead of only recovering afterward. And most importantly, stop measuring yourself against the person you were before you became sick. I am still learning this. I don't get it right every day. Sometimes I still do too much. Sometimes I get excited because I'm feeling better and I want to spend everything I have. But I'm learning. I'm learning that having energy doesn't mean I have to use it all at once. I'm learning that stopping before I'm exhausted isn't laziness. It's a strategy. I'm learning that tomorrow deserves some of today's energy too. And maybe that's the simplest way I can explain pacing. Don't spend everything. Leave something for tomorrow. I'm Sherry, and this is Enduring Long COVID. Until next time, keep pacing, keep listening to your body, and keep enduring.